Years after the collapse of New York's iconic downtown skyline, I came across a check drawn from the United States Treasury for $1 million. It was for the death of a young Chinese-American woman. I was stunned to see a negotiable instrument representing the worth of a human life on that fateful day. Her father's pain and grief were palpable. Her aspirations and dreams evaporated with the tower's billowing smoke. My thoughts drifted to a time when my life also changed without warning. I was diagnosed with a rare blood disorder. Without treatment, I was at risk of contracting AML within a year. The diagnosis coincided with the pandemic. These rare events are unexpected and inexplicable. The unseen becomes seen. In Greek mythology, Chaos is the goddess that precedes creation. As the old life collapses, a new one emerges. The trajectory of my life was disrupted. Unlike the young woman whose life ended, I was given another chance to conjure up new dreams. Life unfolded over the next few months. I received chemotherapy at NYU's Cancer Center located at Lake Success on Long Island. Subliminally, the name of the place worked on my unconscious. Each time I walked into the Lake Success facility, I received infusions and affirmation of what I needed and hoped for: success. My new dreams appeared unobtainable. The most daunting challenge was finding a donor and surviving a stem cell transplant, a risky and dangerous procedure. I needed an extraordinary unfolding of events. On August 18, 2020, my brother revealed,
I'm an identical match.
I was in complete wonder as I knew that the odds were against that happening. Before my transplant at Memorial Sloan Kettering, I visited my parents' cemetery. I wanted to pay homage to my parents and draw strength from my memories of them. My family practices the thousands-year-old tradition of venerating our ancestors. Once a year in April, we gather at our ancestors' grave sites. Qingming coincides with Easter, making this convergence of death and resurrection poignant yet hopeful. Our ancestors are revered like the Church's communion of saints. At the cemetery, the modern practitioners leave flowers and notes. The traditionalists bring food and incense. The past becomes the present. My thoughts turned once again to the father who lost future generations. He had no one to venerate his ancestors or resurrect memories. In that brief moment, I felt the depth of his grief. Catastrophes of epic proportion and personal calamities remind us of the fragility and inexplicable nature of life. Death and suffering reside next to life and hope. Dreams and remembrances occupy the same space. Remembering my own encounter with death, I am obliged to bear witness to an unknown woman whose life abruptly ended. Grateful for the grace received, my remembrance of her is indelible. Memories of my ancestors' strength and courage helped my recovery. I am able to dream again. Perhaps to one day see the aurora borealis.